The report by the Finance Committee on the financing for the design and construction of Phase 1 of the Suame Interchange and ancillary works within the Kumasi metropolis. The Speaker, the construction of this interchange has become absolutely necessary because the traffic situation at the Suame roundabout is, to say the least, very, very horrible. The Speaker, it is so because the roundabout at Suame marks the convergence of 5 major routes. The one from...
Honourable members, order.
The one from Mampong, the other from Tamale Techiman through Ofenso, one from Kejetia, the other from the airport, and the one leading to Obuasi and indeed the Borough and Ahafo regions. Speaker, that one also leads again to the Western North, as the Honourable Member for Bodi has indicated. So these are major roads converging on that very roundabout. The Speaker, the other factor is that that same road that leads to Ofenso is where the Suame magazine is located. It represents the largest congregation of mechanics, not only in Ghana, but arguably in the entire West African sub-region. But the Speaker, this road certainly requires to be done, and we are told that it's going to be a 4-tier interchange, the second in the region. One hopes that it will really bring value to transportation in the country, and especially entering and exiting Kumasi. And the Speaker, it also forms part, that roundabout forms part of the inner ring road development in Kumasi, which begins from the Awunaga, the road that leads to Accra, then you branch off to the airport roundabout, and then you continue to Suame. You continue again to Sofo Line, which now has been developed into an interchange, then to Santase roundabout. You continue to Ahojo roundabout, and then to the Honourable Patricia PJ's enclave, the Asokwa, where another interchange has been built. And Mr. Speaker, we need to complete all these minor and major interchanges to allow better traffic flow. At Suame, apart from everything else, Mr. Speaker, the gradient now at the roundabout is so sharp that these articulated trucks that are plying the road every now and then cannot climb because the gradient is very sharp. I want to believe that when construction begins, this will be taken into consideration so that we have a reduction of the sharpness of the gradient so that we have better arrangement of the traffic flow in the area. The Speaker, I should thank my colleagues for adding their voice to this. But let me say that certainly the beginning of the construction would generate some inconvenience. It is one of the reasons why I have gone to Suame magazine to explain to them there were some dusty conditions that had been created by the construction of the road there. And people were complaining about the dust. Not good. But certainly the construction of this interchange is going to generate much more dust. So I've gone there to inform them about the pendency of this. Unfortunately, some people didn't understand, and it ended up the way it ended up. I'm hoping that the people of Suame and indeed Kumasi, when it comes to be constructed, will not use the situation that may be created, especially the creation of dust, to jeopardize the construction of the project. I believe people will understand. I'm just sounding that we should anticipate this so that nobody fees on it and create unnecessary problems for the contractor. Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah. All against say no. The ayes of it, the House has adopted the motion. Yes.